Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I decided to deposit $5 in my trading account to see how much I'm going to grow in the past week. So here are the results. Let's get into the account. I'm going to show you how the process has been through the previous week, and today, even right now, I had already pressed a trade and we're in profits massively, and it sort of recovered us from the losses that we took from last week. So we are up again, and let's get into it. So as you can see right now, the account is sitting at $14.39, and yeah, we deposited $5, so that means we are in a profit of $8.80. And I'm going to show you the statistics for the account since we opened this account. So let's go to analysis, and as you can see, we have only deposited once since we created this account over the last week. And as you can see, the amount we deposited first was $5.59, and you can see we have taken a couple of trades. I think we have taken 13 trades. You can see from this point we took 13 trades, and 8 of them ended up to be winning trades, and losing trades were 5. The maximum percentage winning trades is 61.54%, and our maximum losing trades percentage is 38.46%. So that means we are on the safe side because we made our money back. And yeah, I'm going to see how much I'm going to take this account from $5. As you can see right now, we are sitting at $14. So I look forward to seeing how much this account is going to go for, and I really think we can reach $1,000 if we put consistency and we continue, trading and sticking to a strategy, sticking to a plan. And yeah, so let's analyze. As you can see, at this point we had some losing trades, obviously. As you can see from this point, we started at 5.8. we ended up taking a trade. We closed with a profit, and you can see the balance at the point of closing the position. For the first position, we were up $7.79, so that means we made profit, a little profit. And then we ended up losing again. The balance went back down to $5.19. So you can see that one is below our deposited. We were up at 5.9 and we went back to 5.19, so that we are in a drawdown. So we ended up taking another position, and yeah, as you know, we ended up closing at break even again since the price was reversing, and we ended up being closed out at $5.19. We also took another position. As you can see from this point, we ended up making some small profits. We ended up closing at $6.09, and then we also took another position, and then we were up again at $7.59. So as you can see, we are not up to 7.79, but at least we are up again. We are not in that much of a drawdown. We made our money back, and we're in a little bit of some profit, considering we took 7.79. so we are still in small profits, but we are still in drawdown since we haven't beat this. You can see this point is higher than this, right? Yeah, so we ended up taking another position, and yeah, as you can see, we did not reach at that point, but you can see we were at break even, I would say, because we did not make that much money. And you can see the balance sort of stayed in the same place. And then today we took the trade. As you can see from this point, the balance shot up. So in this trade, we were at one point we lost, because we lost. As you can see from this point, we had the equity was almost, we were in a position, the first position lost, like we lost like $4, so we were down like $4, and then we took this trade and we were up like $9. So the amount was almost being blown, but you know, due to consistency and following the plan, you can see we are back up again. That's the real meaning of, if you have a good risk to reward ratio, you know, even if you lose like 5 trades, just one trade is enough to get you back into profit, and you know, make your money back and also make some profits. So as you can see, we were in a drawdown. I'm going to show you the positions that I took, the history, and yeah, at one point I lost like $2. I think it's almost like $5, I think, because it was like 2 drawdowns, like 2 positions lost, like $2.8. So you can do your math and you can see it's almost like $5. Yeah, and we ended up coming back in profit and made, and you can see right now our account is sitting at $14.39. So you're in profit, right? So as you can see, maximum winning trades are 8, our winning trades are 8, and our losing trades are 5. As you can see from this point, our percentage winning rate is 61.54%, and our losing trades are 38.46%. So we're on the safe side, right? Now the instruments that I usually trade are only trade through, as you can see, there's step index and step index 200. From this point, these are the only instruments I trade, mostly step index. And as you can see, the trades that I've taken on step index are 9 trades, winning trades are 5, and losing trades are 4 trades. And on step index 200, I have only taken 4 trades, a total of 4 trades, and you can see 3 of them are winning trades and only 1 is a losing trade. So total 8 trades and 5 losses. So yeah, I think you're good in that record. So yeah, let's look at more. As you can see, the net profit on step index is $13.80. So it means I've made much money on step index 200 than step index. As you can see on step index, I'm already at negative. I'm already at negative $5, right? So it means that I need to focus more on step index 200, because you see it's the one that is making me more money. But so making more money doesn't mean that you always trade this. So the more money you make, the more money you lose as well if the markets go against you. So you need to stay consistent, follow the plan, and yeah, as you can see, the long trades, the profits that I made on short trades are $7, and on step index long short trades $3, and on step index 200 on the long or on the buy side I made $6.80, and on step index on the buying side I made minus $8.10. So that makes that total comes to negative 1.30, and shorts I made a profit of $10. As you can see, profit factor is 3.20, profit factor for long 1.73, and for short is 4.10. And so you can go to the all history. As you can see, net profit, we are up at $8.80. Profit factor is 1.72 for all trades. Long trade is 0.88, and on short trade is 11.11. So it means I'm doing better on the short trades. So you know, it is analyzing for you so that you know your strengths and your weaknesses. As you can see right now, on short trades my profit factor is 0.880, meaning you see, as you can also see from this net profit for long trades, you can see I'm at negative, but on short trades I'm at positive. So it means I need to focus more on the short side, so I need to be shorting more, right? Yeah. And as you can see, commission is 0. Maximum drawdown for all trades is $33.38. For long trades is 144.90, and for short trades, as you can see again, 0.00. So I have 0 drawdown on short trades. So yeah, you know, that's what I'm talking about, right? Now, as you can see, you have the winning trades over here. You also have the largest winning trade, which I took today. It is $9.6. So for short trades, the maximum profit I took is $6.4. Yeah. So, and as you can see, losing trades are 5. For long trades they are 4, and for short trades I only took one loss on a short trade. So again, yeah, you know what I mean. So, and yeah, I'm going to show you the history of the positions I took. As you can see, let me show you from this point. As you can see from the analysis, I took how many trades? I think like 13 trades or so. Let me see. Yeah, I took that. I have already taken 13 trades on this account. And yeah, let's analyze those positions and see. And so you can see the first position I took, it was on step index. I ended up making a profit of $0.80. Again, I took another position. I ended up making a profit of 0.30 again. The third position I took, I made a profit of $1.10. The next position I took was a loss, so I ended up losing $2.90. So the balance was down to $4.89. So we were in a drawdown, and then we ended up taking another trade, and on this trade now came back to profit of 0.330 USD, or 30 cents if you like to say, and we are back up at 5.19, but we are still in drawdown. We deposited around $5.59, so we are still in drawdown, right? And then we ended up taking another trade. It was a sell. This time we made a profit of $1.90, and we were up again at $7.09. And then we took another position and lost. It was a sell position. I think this is the first sell. We took a loss on step index, and as you can see, we lost $1, putting our balance back down at $6.09. And then we took another position it was a sell position on step index 200. So we ended up making profit this time, and as you can see, I made a profit of $6, putting our balance back up at $12.49. So we are up again, and now I was really excited about this, so I ended up placing another position. It was a buy position, and we ended up losing $2.70, which put our balance back down to $9.79, right? And at this point, I also took another position, and I ended up making $0.60, putting us back up to $10.39. And I know you're wondering how much I'm making, and you can see I'm making 0.8, 0.300, 1.10, but this was due to break even. So as the price was smooth, as I enter the position, I usually use a trailing stop loss to avoid massive losses. So once you see this 0.8, it's when the price had already gone up, but it ends up reversing and closes me out. So Yeah, so that's why you're seeing this 0.8, 0.3. And when the price, you enter into a position and the price reverses before the trailing stop loss starts moving, this is why you see these crazy figures like 2.90 loss, or 2.70 loss. But when the price shoots up and hits your take profit, that's why you are seeing these crazy figures like $6, right? And as you can see, at this point I had lost. Where were we again? I was at this sell. I made $6 on this account. So we are back again to $12, 12.49. Again, I took this buy. It was on step index. I lost $2.7. So we are back. Yeah, I think I talked about this. And then you made $0.6, which put us back to 10.9. So now we took another position of, it was a buy order on step index. I lost 2.8. As you can see, again I also took another position on step 2 index 200 buy, and you can see I also lost $2.80. But then I also took another position. I took another buy position on step index 200, and I ended up making 9.60 USD, which puts the account up at $14.39. So it is a slow and steady process, but I think I'm going to give a chance this account to see how much it's going to grow from $5. Hopefully it reaches 100, $500, $1,000. We'll see. And hopefully I don't end up growing the account. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. So stick around to see how much we are going to make for these weeks, because I'm going to keep you guys updated. Yeah. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one.